In this third and final video is where we are going to test that the data we have previously created is working or has been in accordance with what we have done. So in Step 6, they tell us that we are going to create a purchase requisition for our new material. In this case, they leave us a note that we must uncheck if the button for automatic source determination is activated. So I am going to exit here. We are going to go to transaction ME51N. We notice that our button for automatic determination is activated. I am going to uncheck it. I will close this window, and we are going to enter the information for our material by activating the Item Overview tab. They tell us that we are going to request 50 batteries of our material. In this case, it is TR, right? T hyphen. RC99, of which there are 50 units. We are going to request them for our plant. In this case, it is Y099. And then they also tell us that we want, or our engineering department wants to test the 5 batteries first. So we are going to make a purchase requisition to a cost center. Center. In this case, I'm going to enter the account assignment category K and take my material and request the 5 batteries for the same plant. Here, it will ask me for the Cost Center Account Assignment object, so I will copy the one provided in the exercise. And here, with the indicated values, this step is complete. I am going to save it. And then, after that, in Step 7, they tell us that we must perform the automatic assignment of the source determination. So, without leaving this transaction, I am going to press the button for another purchase requisition. The number appears by default. I will click Other Document. In this case, I will switch from Display. I will switch to Change Mode with this button, and here I will go to the Source of Supply indicator. So I am going to click Assign Source. Of supply on item 10. Here, we can notice that our vendor is automatically assigned with the info record that was previously created. I will perform the assignment to item 20. I perform the same process, and once this part of this task is done, the only thing left to do would be to save. There, our purchase requisition has been saved. After that, they tell us that we must create a flexible workflow so that when there's an order greater than 5,000 euros with our purchasing organization as a whole, a message pops up for a specific user, which will be ours, the message that this purchase order must be released. I am going to go back and execute the following transaction. N/N/U2.
FLP.
I press enter, and here I currently have Fiori to log in, so I am going to use my user code. It is the same one indicated here. With the password that is always welcome1 with a capital W, okay? Once logged in here in the Fiori application, what I have to do is position myself on the search button. I wait for it to load here for a moment. Okay. Once loaded, all we're going to put is apps and write the following: manage workflow. We are going to use the application Manage Workflows for purchase orders. We wait a moment for the application to load, and we are going to click Create. Here on the Create button, we have where we are going to enter the name of the workflow indicated to us. After that, we are going to scroll down a bit, and in the Start Conditions section, we are going to select the conditions that we need for this workflow to follow. So we select in this case that the value must be greater than 5,000. The total amount for the purchase order must be greater than 5,000. So we are going to enter the 5,000 euros without forgetting the currency. And here we are going to select Add with the plus sign, and we are going to enter the following condition: that our purchasing organization must be PO99. In my case. In your case, it will be your group number. So I have PS organization. It is this one I have here. In this case, it is not PO, it is P099, remembering that it is a 0. I have it here, and that's it. After that, we are going to go to the Steps button at the bottom, here in the Steps section, and we are going to create the following steps here. There is no need to enter the name. We must keep in mind that the step must be set to Release of Purchase Order. It must not be set to Automatic. We are going to select here. In this case, it must not be by role, but it must be by user, which is going to be my user code. We are going to add only this step that is here. And in the section we have here where it says Conditions, we are going to enter the same conditions again, so that the message is sent to this user that we propose there. What conditions? Well, that the amount of the purchase order is greater than 5,000, that we have the currency in euros, and that our purchasing organization is P099. Here in this last step, we are going to click on Create, and we are going to save our flexible workflow. Here it is. It has been saved, but it has not been activated. In a given case, we are going to return with this button. In a given case that there are more flexible workflows here from other people who are taking certifications. What we must do is define the order, and we are always going to put our flexible workflow first, so I am going to select Define Order. And here, when the list of existing ones appears, I must look for mine. Suppose it is this one that is here, okay? And with this button, that here currently appears as unmovable, we must place it first. It must appear in position number 1, and finally, save. Once that is done, what we must do is activate it. Okay, once our workflow is activated, the last exercise left to do would be to create a purchase order through our purchase requisition. So I am going to return to the main menu. I am going to move in this case to, I am going to search for an application again. I will enter Managers. I have it here. In this case, I will go to Create. I press the Create button. Here in Create, the first thing I must do is modify our document type, since the workflow is configured for a single document type and not for document type NB. So I must change to the document type indicated to me here in the system, which is ZNBF. I will look for it. It is this one I have here. Basically, it is called PERS, for Flexible Workflow. I am going to select it. I am going to enter, in this case, the data provided to me or the data of my order to create the purchase order through the purchase requisition. So I am going to enter, in this case, the data requested of me, which is SPC99. I have it here. I am going to select it. I am going to enter the company code, which is always 1010. And once I no longer have mandatory data to enter, I will go to the button in the Items section. I will go to the button named Add Document. I will select it. Here I have the purchasing document type. I will enter Purchase Requisition. And in this case, since my purchase requisition already has an assigned vendor, I will enter the same one, which is SP-C99. I will click on the Go part. And here I have my purchase requisition with the 2 items that I must add. So I select them and click Add Items. Okay, a verification that we must perform is that it shows it goes to the plant Y099 in both positions. Okay, once created, once all the data is filled in, the last thing we must do is press the Order button so that our flexible workflow executes. Once the order is saved, I will return to the Home button, and in this case, I will move to the button for Inbox, to my inbox all items. And I have the two objects, the two items. By approving just one, the other one should already be approved automatically. So I'm going to click Approve. Here, you can add a note. I will click Submit, and the other document automatically disappears. So in this case, Step 10 is complete. Once our purchase order is approved and released, we must perform the output processing. So I am going to go back. We are going to search for the application. Or transaction ME9F. We are going to click Continue, and we are going to enter our purchase order code here in Purchasing Document, or I could also have entered the vendor or the purchasing organization. I am going to execute, and once we have the status that it has been completed, here we have finished Task 1 of the certification exam.